this is pretty clear what's going on with the this administration. They believe in an open borders policy, but they're also seeing the cost of it. And Texans, particularly historically Democrat voting Texans along the border, are switching over to the Republican Party. So there's a real political cost for the Biden administration. I think that's part of what you're seeing here with this Remain in Mexico policy is they completely underestimated the pushback, and Texans, and I think Americans as a whole, the tragedy that they've seen there. And when they really understand what are the byproducts of this open border policy, the child sexual trafficking, the drugs that are coming into the United States, the people that are traveling all across this country that may or may not be COVID infected, that aren't being tested because this president's policies is just stunning. And I think on its face, there's so many tragic things that have happened in the first 11 months of this president's administration, whether it was Afghanistan, but this border policy is going to be one of the highlights as people go into the polls a year from now to decide who they really want running this country. And they're going to say no in a very powerful way, TW.
Yeah, speaking of Afghanistan, Sir, President Biden just signed the short-term spending bill to keep the government funded through February 18th, but it includes $7 billion to resettle Afghan refugees across the U.S. Does this resettlement create any national security concerns?
Well, of course it does. We don't, again, this is like on the border with this is an open borders policy all across the country when you think about it that way. Not only do we have an open border between Mexico and the United States, but you also are bringing in people that weren't vetted from Afghanistan. You know, the vast majority of them, I'm sure, are probably good folks who have been helpful to the United States. But we left a lot of people in Afghanistan that we know for a fact were helpful to the United States. So this is I call this administration the Keystone Cops. Now, you're not old enough to remember them, but a silent movie group of police who were absolutely couldn't do nothing right. It was a comedic term, and unfortunately, it's in a way it's comedy, but it is a tragic event for America to see this type of ineptness out of the White House.